Right now, the world is drying up. From the Colorado River to the Tigris, civilizations that have lasted for thousands of years are running out of the most basic resource: water. Wars are being predicted. Cities are rationing. The future looks dusty and dry. But in one tiny country, a country that is 60% desert, there is a surplus. Israel isn't running out of water. In fact, they have so much of it, they are debating whether to pump it back into nature. This is not magic. It is a machine, a grand structure called Sorek B. It is the largest reverse osmosis plant in history. It drinks the Mediterranean Sea and turns it into tap water for 1.5 cents a gallon. Welcome back to Grand Structures. Today, we are going inside the factory of life. We will explore the physics of how you squeeze salt out of water, the 50-cent price tag that shocked the world, and the hidden health crisis that this technology accidentally created. To understand the scale of Israel's ambition, you have to look at the numbers. Israel consumes about 2 billion cubic meters of water a year. Today, 80% of the domestic water in the country comes not from the sky, but from the sea. The crown jewel of this system is Sorek B. Completed around 2024, it is the big brother of the original Sorek plant. Together, they form a desalination behemoth. Sorek B alone produces 670,000 cubic meters of water every single day. That is 200 million cubic meters a year. To visualize that, this one plant produces enough water to fill 80,000 Olympic swimming pools every year. It creates 20% of the municipal water for the entire nation. But it's not just the size, it's the shape. In most desalination plants, the pressure vessels, the tubes that clean the water, are laid out horizontally, like logs. It takes up a huge amount of land. Sorek B flipped the script. They used a unique 16-inch vertical membrane arrangement. Instead of laying the tubes down, they stood them up. This allowed them to pack far more capacity into a smaller footprint. It's the difference between a sprawling parking lot and a high-rise parking garage. It made the plant more efficient, cheaper to build, and easier to maintain. So how do you actually turn the ocean into a drink? For decades, the world used thermal desalination, basically boiling the water and catching the steam. It worked, but it burned a massive amount of energy. It was too expensive. Israel went all in on a different technology, SWRO, seawater reverse osmosis. Imagine a screen. Now imagine the holes in that screen are so small that a water molecule can fit through, but a salt molecule, which is slightly larger and surrounded by a hydration shell, cannot. But water doesn't want to go through that screen. In nature, osmosis means fresh water wants to flow into salty water to dilute it. To reverse nature, you need brute force. Sorek uses massive high-pressure pumps to slam seawater against these membranes at 70 atmospheres of pressure. That is the same pressure you'd feel 700 meters deep in the ocean. The water is forced through the plastic membrane layers, leaving the salt behind. The genius of the Israeli system is energy recovery. Pushing that water takes a lot of electricity, but the leftover salty water, the brine, comes out of the system still under high pressure. Instead of wasting that energy, they'd use the high-pressure brine to spin a turbine that helps power the next batch of incoming water. They recycle the pressure. This simple trick cut the energy cost of desalination by nearly 50%. For 50 years, critics said desalination was a rich man's toy. They said it was too expensive for normal use. Israel proved them wrong. When Sorek B was tendered, the winning bid set a new world record for low price. The cost? Approximately 1.45 shekels per cubic meter. That is roughly $0.45 to $0.50 for 1,000 liters of water. Think about that. You can buy a ton of water, literally a metric ton, for 50 cents. How? It wasn't just the technology, it was the business model. Israel uses the BOT model, build, operate, transfer. The government tells private companies like ID Technologies, you build the plant with your money, you sell us the water for 25 years at a fixed price, then you give the plant to us. This creates a ruthless competition to be efficient. If the company wastes energy, they lose money. If they invent a better pump, they keep the profit. This efficiency turned water from a scarce natural resource into a manufactured commodity. In Israel, water is no longer something you pray for rain to get. It's a factory product like steel or microchips. But you cannot cheat nature completely. When you strip the ocean of everything, salt, bacteria, viruses, you also strip it of the good stuff, specifically magnesium. Natural groundwater is full of dissolved minerals. Magnesium is critical for human health. It regulates your heart rhythm and prevents diabetes. But desalinated water? It is empty. It has zero magnesium. A landmark study by Bar Ilan University and Clalit Health Services found a startling correlation. In areas of Israel that rely heavily on desalinated water, there was a higher risk of heart disease and mortality compared to areas that drank natural well water. This sparked a fierce national debate. The Ministry of Health said, we must add magnesium back into the water. The Water Authority said, that will cost millions. Let people take supplements. As of 2025, this is still an unsolved issue. The water is clean, it is cheap, and it is abundant, but it is technically too pure for the human heart. It is the hidden cost of a man-made miracle. Water in the Middle East has always been a cause for war. Israel has turned it into a currency for peace. This is the Green-Blue Deal, Project Prosperity.
Jordan is one of the driest countries on Earth. It has almost no coastline to desalinate. Israel has the coast and the tech, but Jordan has something Israel needs: vast, empty deserts perfect for solar panels. So a deal was struck, brokered by the UAE. Israel builds more desalination plants, like the Western Galilee plant, and sends 200 million cubic meters of water east to Jordan. In exchange, Jordan builds a massive solar farm and sends 600 megawatts of green electricity west to Israel. It is the ultimate symbiotic grand structure. Jordanian electricity powers the Israeli pumps that send water back to Jordan. It binds the two nations together in a way that makes conflict mutually destructive. You don't bomb the power plant that runs your water tap. For all of human history, we lived where the water was. We built our cities on rivers. We fought over wells. We prayed for rain. Sorek B and the fleet of Israeli desalination plants represent a fundamental shift in the human story. We no longer have to live where the water is. We can build the water where we live. It comes with costs, energy use, brine discharge, and mineral deficiencies. But in a world facing climate collapse, it offers a lifeline. Israel has proven that scarcity is a choice. The ocean is full. We just had to learn how to drink it. What do you think? Should the government add magnesium back into the water, or is that a personal responsibility? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see how this water is used to turn the desert green, check out our video on Israel's desert agriculture. Thanks for watching Grand Structures.